Hello. Hello. I am here now. Oh my god, wait, hold on. I need to check for so many things. Oh god. Hello. Hi, Cax. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Hi. It is I. Oh god. I've missed that. I've missed that. I've missed the Gibby drop. Hi, Mnemonics. Hi, Miss Dyer. Well, welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is I, Lance, newly christened. Is that the word? Newly graduated engineer, software engineer. Many things to celebrate. It's true. It all lined up. Oh God, do I have stories to tell? Do I have war stories to tell? No, I don't. By the way, do you like the new overlay? I thought might as well just fucking send it and like fix it, because I've had this background working. Wait, don't tell me the hydrate is not working. I thought I fixed that. Did I? Oh no, did I get rid of it? Oh no. Thank you for the congratulations. Oh no, wait, but I shouldn't have. What? Why didn't that work? See that? There it is. Oh, it's because I don't have streamer bot open. Whoops. They do work. Let me just readjust this because I moved my model a little bit. So there we go. You're an engineer, bro. You have no idea. Technically speaking, the only thing that says that I'm an engineer now is that I will have a piece of paper. I don't even have the piece of paper that says that I'm an engineer now. I just, technically speaking, I can get it. I just have to I even have to pay one more. I have to pay the university for them to give me my fucking degree. That's how screwed it is. The suffering is never over, okay? I'm still gonna have to get stuff. Hold on. I got it. I just forgot to open StreamerBot. It's okay. It's okay. It's true. I am an engineer. Just trust me. I'll have a piece of paper eventually that'll say that I am. Technically speaking, I'm not more of an engineer today than I was a couple of days ago. All things considered, like the only different thing is that it's official now, I guess. Technically speaking, I've had the qualifications to be considered an engineer for 6 months already, if not more, because that's like when we delivered the first draft of our thesis, which ended up being basically the only the second to last version of it, because like the version that we printed is literally just the corrections that we did. That should be it. Let me try the hydrate redeem again. Oh, that's on cooldown. Whoops. Oh, but we can try the water command on YouTube. That should work, right? Yeah, that works. Okay, we're good. There is a benefit, not a benefit. There is a thing that I could do. There's a thing that I could do to make the redeem even better, which is mute my BGM. I figured out how to do that during debut. Engineering games as a professional depends on the kind of engineering game. Factorio just destroys my brain. I do not have the energy to figure out Factorio. Not long ago, though. Not long ago. There was, I think it was like what, last week or so. I did see that somebody had made a Chatini jetpack factory or something, which is a fan game, of a Hololive fan game that looked exactly like Factorio, but with Chatini and other things related to Raura, which I thought was really funny. And I was like, maybe I could play that if it's going to be easier than like learning actual Factorio. But it is typically not my kind of game, actually. Well, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. How's it called? I think it's just Chatini Jetpack Factory, or just look at Jetpack Factory Hollow, and it should pop up. Maybe not. Wait, no, I found it. Oh my god, there's a demo of it. Wait, I could play the demo. I didn't plan anything for today other than like, you know, yapping about what's been going on and all that kind of stuff. Oh, but it's only a demo. Yeah, it hasn't fully come out yet. Here, this is This is the thing that I'm talking about. Could I just switch to these? That was not the scene that I wanted to switch to. I specifically wanted to switch to browser capture, and have it that, and then turn it on. There you go. This is the one. It's Chatini Jetpack Project, a Hololive fan game, and if you look at the screenshots, it literally seems like it's like an automation type of game, where you grab the little Hololive mascots, and I don't know, you automate things with them. So this could be the thing that gets me to enjoy automation type games. See, this kind of looks like Factorio if you like squint your eyes with a Hololive theming. What does Jimmy think of me finally graduating? That's a good question. Here, let's go back to the room. Because I didn't plan it like this. It shit just kind of lined up. But Jimmy slides into the table. Look. So Jimmy, are you proud of me that I managed to finally get my engineering degree?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, Jimmy. Hola. ¿Qué puedes decirme ahora que por fin soy ingeniero?
We are back in the building.
We are back in the building. Technically speaking, we are back in the building because I am back in my streaming era. Yay, I can stream more now. The thing that I hated the most about the past couple of weeks is that I haven't been able to stream much. I hated it. I wanted to be streaming way more than I was already streaming it, and I wanted to go live at like 5 p.m., not at like 3 p.m., and then stream for like 2 hours and then have to like pack things up and try to figure out what the heck we're gonna do with our thesis and then practice and all that kind of stuff. Ugh, that was so annoying. Satisfactory is what got me into it. I do have Satisfactory, and it does seem a lot more interesting to me as a game because I really like Subnautica, for example. I really like Subnautica, and Subnautica doesn't have crazy automation shit, but I do really dig the base building aspect of Subnautica. And Satisfactory gives me the vibe that it would be kind of similar, but a lot more technical. So maybe it is, if the learning curve isn't crazy, I could maybe play what you call it, Satisfactory. I do own it. I'm pretty sure I own it. Yeah, I can fix my schedule. I mean, the only thing that I'm doing right now, like literally, is I have work in the mornings and then nothing throughout the rest of the day. So there's nothing that's stopping me from even streaming every day if I wanted to. So my plan, now that a couple of things have happened, now that I debuted as a member of Starlight Revo, by the way, yay, I should do some kind of command or something for to explain what Starlight Revo is, actually. And then shout out the group and everybody else in it. I should also like VIP the rest of the members. But I'll wait until next week because on Saturday there's still a batch of debuts happening. There's still was it four members, I think, that are still left to debut here. If you missed Saturday, literally my last stream, I have become a part of a streaming group. It is called Starlight Revolution. Look at me. I'm in the picture. I'm not covering anybody up. No, right? I'm not. Yay. Yay. This is the website. You can go look at it. It's literally starlightrevo.card.co. It's awesome. Rainy put it all mostly together. mostly Rainy put it together. I was trying to help Rainy with some of the coding because there was like one part that we really wanted to do. Like, for example, this bit here that had like the counters. And I managed to figure out how to get like the Twitch sub counter working. Not sub, but like followers. And I managed to get it to work, but for some reason Card doesn't like to play with the custom JavaScript code for this. Hi Anime, welcome on in. Hi Anime Banana. Hello, welcome on in. I'm just catching everybody up. But yeah, I'm part of Starlight Revo, which is a group of passionate creators, and we're coming together to make dreams a reality. We're basically just going to be making a lot of stuff. Individually, my content won't exactly change. You'll still get the same kind of stuff that I usually stream on this channel. I will still be doing gacha games, of course. You cannot take me away from that. And Nicole comes out literally tomorrow. and I will be pulling for her on Thursday, and we will be doing the story on Thursday because holy fucking shit, the Torre is back and I need to kick his ass again. I'm gonna be like the fucking meme of how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? That's what we're doing this week. Oh wait, but hold on, I don't want to stream on Saturday then. No, I'll see if I can do it on Friday then. I think I'll have to do it on Friday then because Saturday is gonna be the next batch of debuts. It's literally the last weekend. There's still 4 people that are here that you can't really look at them. You can't really touch their things, and you can only really see like a sliver of a color, which I think is accurate to everybody else's. I think. I can't tell you more about them. I have signed an NDA. I really didn't, but I could act like I have to make this group even more professional than it already is. But no, I didn't. But I'm just out of respect, I'm not telling you who they are. But they're great people. They're great people, and if you liked everybody else, they're gonna be also really great. So hell yeah, I love being part of this group. They're all insanely talented, and we've all worked so hard to get the debuts rolling, and they've been going so well, and I'm glad that everybody's having fun and everybody's enjoying it and everybody's so excited about them. Yes. Only Star Rail and Genshin? Yes, but I did make a point during my debut slides. that I wanted to make more content relating to Honkai Impact, so that will be happening. The thing is that I have to like work on that. Are making something? Well, yeah, I am doing a lot of things. Now that I also hi Quartz, by the way. Welcome on in. I don't know if I welcomed you in. Now that I have a lot of time in my hands, when I'm not gonna be working on the time that I used to work on thesis stuff and all that kind of stuff, instead I'm gonna work on other projects now. Because like I've had stream ideas for ages now that I've been wanting to get done that I didn't get done because I had the fucking thesis hanging behind my back, and I'm But now that that's done, now that that shit's done, and it went awesome, might I add, I can go and I can move in and do the things that I had planned. If you wanna a little bit of a, I can give you a little bit of a teaser of what I want to do with Honkai Impact, for example. Because I like Honkai Impact so much, it is my favorite gacha game of all time. I got it. Hold on. I need to add code or something that lowers the volume of OBS BGM or something. I have that set up on the other scene, on the classroom scene, but I didn't. I am drinking coffee right now. I'm not drinking water, but. But yes, what was I talking about? Right, Honkai Impact. Honkai Impact 3rd is my favorite gacha game of all time. It has one of my favorite stories, one of my favorite narratives in any game or piece of media ever, largely because of how big it is and how personal it can get as well. I have a very deep connection, I would say, to Honkai Impact, the story and the lore. And so, but I know that for a lot of people, it can be very daunting to get into it, or maybe they've gotten into it, they played it, and then they didn't understand shit. Because I'll be the first to admit, the story of Honkai Impact can be very hard to figure out at first. And it doesn't help that it's so like divided into different like places. You have to read a bunch of mangas, and then the mangas have to be read in a specific order. You have to play certain chapters, and then you have to like stop and read the manga. It's complicated. It's complicated. Nowadays, they've kind of just like done away with all of that, and in Part 2, for example, has been releasing just chapter by chapter by chapter, and there's no external media that you have to watch or read to fully understand the story. But for Part 1, a lot of it was kind of just like up in the air, and you had to figure it out on your own almost. So what I'm doing is I am literally making another PowerPoint presentation, which is why I haven't gotten rid of the classroom of the classroom scene, because I will make a presentation stream, another one where I explain part of the story, or at least part 1, the story of Honkai Impact. And I wanna quote unquote market this stream to basically anybody, because like I have this whole thing set up. I'm not gonna spoil anything else. I have this whole thing set up so that it is basically accessible to anyone who has played or has not played Honkai Impact. Alternatively, I haven't decided about this yet. I also think I could, what I can do, but this would be a commitment and a half. But I could replay the original chapters by switching my account, my account to a Europe account, because I realized that you can change. I'm pretty sure you can change. I'm pretty sure you can change the server of Honkai Impact through Steam, which is how I play. So if that is possible, I might be doing some playthroughs of the original chapters as well. But I haven't thought about that yet, because I also want to play the newer chapters. I basically want to be more of a... I want to be more involved in the Honkai Impact community and streams, because I don't think there's a lot of Honkai Impact content creators, and I want to at least occupy some kind of niche, even if I'm just one guy that plays the story every now and then and yaps about the lore and enjoys that kind of stuff. Because I also am not much of a meta player.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at myself in the mirror.
Are you okay, Jimmy? Did you notice that when you looked at yourself in the mirror, did you notice that you were kind of glitching out? Because that did happen. That did happen for a bit, and I worry about you for a bit. But that's okay, as long as you're good. You guys making a game? Not everybody. I'm not making a game at the present, but it is another part of my goals. But that's just like greater life goals almost. I wanna be involved in the game industry in some capacity. It's kind of like a dream job of mine. Okay, here's the thing. Here's something I planned. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I was just answering some messages. What did I want to do? Right, I wanted to go to Excalibur. Excalibur, yes. Oh, this has gotten. That's fine. So here's the thing. Here's what we can do. So, no, I don't want to start a session. That's okay. So here's the thing. This is Excalibur. This is a whiteboard app. I've used this to do my tier list before. What we can do is Lance's goals. Now that he's an engineer. So for one, I want to stream again. I'm gonna be streaming again in the usual stream schedule. Maybe ideally I'm doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, unless life comes and gets in the way. Because Saturday I'm gonna be busy with other things, and also Starlight Reverie debuts. I don't want to be streaming while they're debuting. I want to watch their debuts. I want to be there. So Saturday we're not doing. This is gonna be a messy schedule week yet. Once again, I didn't post any schedule yesterday because I was busy preparing ultimating details about the presentation for my thesis. So we didn't really do. I didn't really want to do a stream. But next week we will be back to our regularly scheduled, I guess. Software engineer is your real job. I mean, I've had a job for the longest time, for a long time now, ever since before I started streaming. And sure, it is related to software engineering, but now I actually have the title of software engineering. That's what happened. That's the update, I guess. And I will have that job likely until the end of the year. So I will most likely just stay there. And if something happens with the contract or whatever the hell next year, I'll maybe figure out what to do next year. But the benefit of being a software engineer now is that I can learn anything else that I want. And I don't know, potentially get a different job later down the line. I don't know. We'll see. We're thinking too far ahead of time. And right now I'm chill, and I'm excited that I managed to, get the fucking degree in the first place. So in reality, I want to do a bunch of things. And the one thing that I am, you know, trying to focus on right now. Exactly, enjoying the moment. Enjoying the moment, but also not letting these things slip. Oh wait, what the heck is happening with the YouTube chat? I'm just now noticing that it hasn't updated. Oh, this is what's happening with the... So how do we do it? How do we fix it? Refresh it? Oh yeah, that is it. Weird. Okay. It is nice. Yes, I do like that I can chill now. I won't have any... It's like a big weight off my shoulders, you know? That's the whole thing. Feels like I've had this giant weight on my shoulders, which is you gotta get your degree. And hey, I got it now. Not officially. I mean, I did get it officially, but I don't have the piece of paper that says it. I had this. Can I find it? I wonder if I can find it. Pretty sure I posted it on Discord at the beginning of the year, didn't I? I made like a long sappy post, didn't I? That had my... Was it? I am all done with college. Yes. Officially, entirely, totally done with college. Yep. Hold on. Did I not? I didn't. Oh, well, shit. Or did I put it in content? I don't know. New year. No. Or did I? Dang it. All right, fine. I know I posted it on Twitter. My original goals for 2025 and how none of them really came true. But I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to push those goals for 2025 into 2026 and then we'll see what happens.
Lol. Lamau even.
Jimmy, you were being nice earlier. Now you're back to your mean, annoying little gremlin status. God dang it. It's 2 steps forwards and then 3 steps backs with you, huh? God dang it. Jimmy is so mean. Yeah, he kind of had like a during debut, he kind of buried the hatchet with Miss Direwolf in his own. Oh, that's working. Right. I forgot that this is working in this. I turned off the redeem on Twitch because I thought we were going to be in the... Okay, hold on. Let me turn on that redeem again. I forgot that still works. Right? I doubt Jimmy will change. You just don't believe in him. I do believe in him and he can change. And I think we have to make him... You know what and that should be one of the goals, actually. Lance's goals. Make Jimmy change. But in reality, the make Jimmy change thing happens because I want to, like, breaking the fourth wall a little bit here. Record new lines. These are like immediate things that I need to do just because he's been stuck with like 200 lines for forever, so I need to start recording a lot more. And now that I have more time, I have basically no excuse. Record new lines, and then basically another thing is come up with new systems for him. Because eventually, I do want to do a Jimmy-only stream. Give him a cookie. That could be a mechanic on the Jimmy-only stream, and then this would have to be the systems thing that we're talking about here. Because like, I do want Jimmy to be... Oh, is Jimmy your voice? Yeah, Jimmy is my voice. Because Jimmy is a replica of me, he still has my same voice. He's just a higher pitch. Well, hi, Squanchy. Welcome on in. Delewabet? What is that supposed to mean? But yeah, Jimmy's lines...
Jennifer dumped me.
Is literally just my own voice pitched up a few semitones. It's not even that subtle or anything. But the new Jimmy systems is something that we can figure out down the line. It's not something that I want to do a stream of like right now. But this is definitely stuff that I wanna figure out with Jimmy right now. And then as well, what other? Oh well, immediately finish the HI third presentation, and then do the stream. So that'll happen as soon as I can. I want to be working on that soon-ish. And then after that, figure out what other ways to. And then, okay, after this, figure out. Oh Jesus! How to figure out what kind of HI third content to do, because like HI third, as much as I love it, there isn't a lot of it's not like Genshin or Star Rail that I can like go live and just do whatever because I have a ton of shit to do in there. HI third gives me less content, which is fine. I like the pace of HI third, I really do. But events there tend to be like simpler. I don't tend to play a lot of Honkai Impact a lot of the time. It's just like it's a lower maintenance type of game for me, especially considering that much like the other gachas that I play, I'm not super big into the meta or the getting into the highest levels of the end game. So I kind of just like cruise on it. Drink more water. I do drink water, but right now I got coffee. But for what it's worth, I do put a lot of water in my coffee. Jimmy with another system? I'm asking to respond to viewers. No, Jimmy will not be an AI chatbot. I don't even know if I want to have an AI chatbot. The new thing that I do want to do is have the Jimmy companion that can do TTS. Oh, that we can put that one in here. Finish the TTS mascot. That is something that we can. What? Don't mark it like. Oh yeah, fuck. Don't worry about it. There's no rush. I'm gonna talk to you about that later, and then we'll figure something out. Riz Jimmy up. Jimmy has a certain amount of riz sometimes. I don't know. There's some things that he says that sometimes can't catch me off guard, but we can give him some more riz. I don't even know. I'm not riz. I don't have a lot of riz myself, so I don't know how I would make Jimmy have riz. Expose him to a lot more Vine content. True, I gotta just like sit down and watch a bunch of Vines, old school Vines, and then have him reference those. Either that or TikTok memes, because like canonically he would be more into TikTok than into Vine. But what is Vine? What is TikTok if not a Vine but worse? Just saying, back in the days when we only had Vine, we didn't have 6-7, okay? And we were better as a society.
It's time. You have to go do the thing you said you wanted to do months ago.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Time will not wait for you anymore.
I know that time will not wait, and I know this is why we're writing a bunch of things about that. You didn't have to tell me twice. The one thing that was holding me back was the fact that I didn't have my thesis finished, but now that it's all finished and I'm fucking graduated, essentially, it's basically the only thing that the only things that I got going on are my job during the mornings and then fucking stream during the rest of the day. Oh my god. Vine would somehow more brain rot. True. I do wonder if the explanation behind why like the TikTok is just more brain rot is because of TikTok itself, or because we as a species just became more brain rotted. Like, I don't know. This is kind of a chicken before the egg situation. Like, which one came first? Which one came first? Did we brain rot ourselves because that's just how our generation it is? That's just how the newest generations are? Or is it because the platforms were made in to do that? Made with that in mind? Has to do with length? It could be. Vine was brilliant because you were really only you were restrained by the 6 seconds. That was the beautiful thing about Vine. It was only 6 seconds. You cannot be like memes that got big on Vine couldn't possibly get big on TikTok nowadays, I feel like. And there's only a handful of TikToks that I've seen that have like Vine energy. But it mostly they're the minority. State of algorithms was when Vine was still a thing. I don't think it had any algorithms, honestly. I don't think there was such a thing as like a Vine algorithm. The egg came first. I mean, the egg did come first, but like the question is, what was the egg in this analogy? Is the egg the algorithm, or is the egg just the state of society? We're getting too deep for Vine and TikTok discussion. Only for all these short snippets, and now people are making movies on TikTok. True, I don't love watching a minute-long TikTok video or reel or YouTube short or whatever. Like, I find that my favorite type of short form content tends to be the shorter, like even shorter ones. 30 seconds is probably my tops, if you will. And yeah, the TikTok doesn't quite do it as much, I would say. My Instagram reels are fucking goated though. I don't know what the hell I did with I've talked about this, but I don't know what the hell I did with my algorithm on Instagram. And it constantly shows me like goated stuff. I wish I could show you, but it's in my personal account, so I can't exactly just show you. Because it would dox me and all that, you know. And also sometimes I guess because I clicked on one post at some point, it shows me tits and I can't really do anything about it. It's like Stretching the definition of short form content. It's true, we really are. I don't mind short form content being up to like 3 minutes long. I do sometimes enjoy watching a short video. Anime tits? Yeah, it's a combination of both. Like Russian roulette, but with boobs. Exactly, that happens sometimes. And also, a lot of the memes and stuff that it shows me are very exclusively in Spanish, and so yeah. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe my algorithms and other platforms are kind of screwed because they're bilingual or anything or something like that, and my Instagram is mostly Spanish. Digital Spanish short if you only watch 30 seconds, and yeah, it is. I do feel like the way that short form content works today has made it so that the attention span of just society has generally gone down. I'm sure that people did studies of this. Are you Spanish? No, I am from Argentina. I do speak Spanish, but I am from Argentina. From Argentina. Está en América del Sur. ¿Vieron el continente americano? Bien abajo, en la puntita, al sur, ahí está Argentina. you see the American continent, not just America, the country. Because Americans love saying that that's America, and no, that's the United States of America. We're at the bottom. We're at the very bottom of the continent. Why with other social media, and we have been developing things here and all have, yeah, for sure. That's why I get so worried whenever I see my nieces and nephews all the time looking at their phones and like scrolling through TikToks or YouTube shorts, and I'm like, oh my god, no, they're ruining themselves. And then I can't help but also feel like a fucking old ass motherfucker because my parents used to tell me the exact same thing back when I was sitting in front of the computer when I was a kid for hours on end, and I'm like, god damn it, they do have a point. The difference is that they said that because they didn't understand it, but I am worrying about the kids that are constantly staying on the social media and the vertical short form content and all that kind of stuff, because I know that shit can be bad. There's like more proof. My parents got mad at me, but they didn't know. They didn't know that there wasn't any problems. Anime in 480p in 3 parts? Bro, that's how I watch Naruto. Hell yeah. Some parents that let them have phones and tablets to shut them up. It's true. I mean, my nieces and nephews are like okay. They don't spend a majority of their day doing that. It's just sometimes. It's just a little bit of time after lunch and stuff like that, you know. They still like go out and do a lot of activities. Like my niece is part of a dance group. My nephew does taekwondo. Like they have a lot of extracurricular activities that keep them busy. So I do think that their parents are aware that they can't just like let them be on their phones the whole fucking time. But they also need phones as well because, you know, modern day, and they need to be chatting and they need to be able to have like contact with them and all that. It's a tricky thing. I'm gonna burn DVD from my brother. Oh wow. I don't think I had that. I had I discovered anime pretty much by myself because the way that I found out about Naruto, for example, is that I used to watch Cartoon Network. Hi Squay, welcome on in. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am a software engineer now, yes. We're yapping about anything but that, but no, I used to watch Cartoon Network and they would air the first 51 or 52 episodes of Naruto every day. Well, not every day. They wouldn't do it all that. They wouldn't do it every day. They would, whatchamacallit? They would air one episode a day. And by the time they got to the 52nd episode or something, which was the episode, specifically the episode where Naruto meets Jiraiya, what they would do then is that they would go back to the beginning, and they would air the entirety of Naruto from the beginning once again. And I was like, fuck, I want to keep watching. I want to keep seeing what's going on. And then at some point, I figured out that Google was a thing, and I Googled why that happened, and then I realized that, oh yeah, no, Naruto is dubbed in... Like, there's more Naruto episodes that are dubbed in Latin American Spanish because I wasn't aware of the original dub and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch it. And then that's how I started watching shit from YouTube. Yay. And then I did the same with Bleach. And then I also did the same with Full Metal Alchemist, the original one. And then those were like my formative anime years. Whenever like Naruto on air, Naruto's like pretty tame, all things considered. Used to watch Cartoon Network or literally unlurk words. Hi Mushy, welcome on in. This is kind of what happens. This is kind of what happens with my streams. We end up just yapping about anything, and sometimes I just like do the sleeper agent activation with the sexy jutsu. All things considered, that's like the most risque thing that Naruto ever had. Like if you compare it to like Bleach or One Piece, I feel like Naruto was the most tame of the three with the fan servicey bits. Because like Bleach had Orihime and Rangiku and freaking Yoruichi. And then One Piece has the whole thing that every major female character is like thin waist, giant hips and tits and all that. Yeah, Naruto was pretty classy about it, all things considered. I haven't watched Bleach, but I want to watching. Imagine it on Cartoon Network either. Bleach was not on Cartoon Network. I think Bleach aired on Animax, where I'm from. So yeah. Be actual sleep and words don't reach me. Oh, don't worry about it. If you have to go to sleep, go to sleep. Rest is important. I would know because I rested like a motherfucker today. My boss, so my boss told me last night before I went to bed. She told me, take the day off tomorrow. You need to rest. And I was like, really? No problem? And then she was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, well, shit. If my boss is telling me that I can take the day off, who am I to tell no? Who am I to say no to that? Toonami over here. Yeah, we also had Toonami, but Bleach was not there specifically. Bleach was in Animax, and I think the other shows that aired there were Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist, at least. Those were like the last few ones I remember watching. But I could barely watch it because the TV that I used to mainly watch didn't get those channels. It was only the TV in the living room that got those channels. So I never really got the chance to watch a lot of Bleach or Full Metal Alchemist or any other anime, for what it's worth, on TV. So yeah. But who cares about that nowadays? Nowadays, the kids got Crunchyroll. My nephew has access to my Crunchyroll account. He has watched a bunch of anime from there. And I was, well, that's my older nephew. My other nephew, he came home today, and we were talking about stuff, and he noticed that I have a bunch of Spy Family volumes on my room, and he was like, "Oh, I've watched the Spy Family series," and he was like, and it was fun. I'm like, "Whoa, what the heck? You watch Spy Family, and I didn't tell you to do that? Oh, wow, cool." Watching on TV is just a different vibe. It really is. There was a period of time where Cartoon Network, not long ago, Cartoon Network started airing a bunch more anime. And one of the first ones that they aired was Mob Psycho 100. So you bet your ass I sat down and watched fucking Mob Psycho 100 in Cartoon Network. Not long ago. Yeah, no, not long ago. I distinctly remember being like active on Discord servers at the time, and that was not long before I started streaming. So I want to say at least 2018, 2019. Yeah, country specific. It is specifically to Argentina, because there was a long period of time after, I want to say after 2003 or between 3 and 5, that anime just kind of just disappeared off the face of TV in Argentina. No network would ever like air it unless it was Pokemon. Gotta sleep. Oh, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for hanging out, Cax, and thank you so much for the clips that you've been doing. You're killing it, man. I'm loving the little clips that you're doing, and you're helping out the team a whole lot. Thank you so much for your work. I very much appreciate it. Hell yeah, go check Cax out. He's done a bunch of summary clips of all of our debuts so far. So hell yeah, you love to see it. I got snacks with me. Hold on. I wanted to take a bite out of something. By the way, we could come up with a new, not come up. We could put new BGM. Now that I think about it, hold on. They are fun to. I could imagine. I mean, they're fun to make if you like editing. I'm not much of an editing kind of guy, so I wouldn't find it fun. But if you do, more power to you. Okay, I got something. Hold on. Let me mute this, that way you can't fucking get spooked by that music. Okay, enough of that. That's a song that I made myself, by the way, the one that we were listening to. It's an older song. It's a bit of an older song. Let's see. Is this on? Oh, Jesus. It is. This is Katamari music. I did say that I wanted to listen to more Katamari music on stream because I started playing it again recently and I am in love. Oh, that's another goal that we have to myself. Go back to making music. And specifically, I want to make new VTuber. Oh, give me a sec. Thanks so much for the follow, Mizaki. Hello, I'm back. Hello. Sorry. You are what? What did I say? I meant to, what I meant to say is hi, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow, Misaki. That's what I said. Sorry, I was just interrupted by my mom for a sec. It was nothing. Sorry about that. Where was I? I was yapping about goals and stuff of what to do. All right, I said go back to writing music. You're a software engineer now. Yes, I am. I am a software engineer officially. That means that I have the capabilities to basically make software, just at software applications in many forms. I would go to clients and then they'd be like, well, I need a software system that does this, and this. So I would like gather all the requirements and then be like, okay, so you need to do this, and this, and then there's these tools that let you do that. and then they need to be connected in this way, and then the output should be something like this. It's a bunch of that. Realistically speaking, though, I would probably be working as a programmer a lot, which I don't mind. I like programming. I do quite like programming, and I do want to make more of it. But on the streaming end, I want to get back to making new VTuber remixes. And then let me just put parentheses, Ollie remix. Because I had worked on an Ollie remix for like 3 or 4 streams a long time ago last year that I was just not feeling. I was simply not feeling the vibe of that remix for whatever reason. And I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I don't want to finish it. But I do want to make an Ollie remix, and now I have a better idea of what the remix could be. So I want to get working on that. Maybe not necessarily on stream, because I tend to freeze up a lot when I'm making music on stream. But if I start work on it off stream, I may be able to like pick it up and on stream and then finish it there. But the first step is always hard. So I don't know. And then another one is go back, make new lo-fi tracks. No, not make new. More lo-fi tracks. And then more chiptune, because these are 2 genres that I've always liked doing, and I have a very small selection of those. I feel like I should have more chiptune tracks and more lo-fi tracks, because they could also very much be put up on my coffee shop. Because they're chill. They're like I could absolutely use them as BGM. Like I like using my lo-fi tracks for BGM, but I have like 2. 3 if you count the Cali one, which I guess I could use as BGM as well. But it has a bunch of screams and stuff, so I don't know. Is there any other genre specifically that I want to go back to making? Not much. I don't think so. Like nothing specific. But then another big goal of mine that I did mention on debut on Saturday is whatchamacallit? Make a game. Which is an insane thing to just say. Because like making a game is not simple, so I would have to like learn or relearn an engine, because I have some experience with Godot, but it's been ages since I've like toyed around using Godot, the game engine. But I do wanna use Godot because I like it, and it's also made by Argentinian people, and I love my country. And then also we'll design a bunch of stuff. Because like I have some game ideas, but a lot of them are in the vacuum of space in my mind. Visual novel dev bias coming out of here. Visual novels are cool and probably easier to make than a more complex game. The trouble in that is that what you compensate for making the game mechanically simple, you get you need art. True, you need a lot of art, probably more detailed too if you want to make it look really good. But also you need a fucking story. And as much as I like the idea of making games and all of that, I don't know if I am confident in my ability to write a good story, especially one that would be fitting for a visual novel. Because visual novels, the way I imagine them, you gotta have them have at least a very good story all throughout. Instead, and also different paths and shit. Like you gotta have a branching narrative for visual novels. That's what makes visual novels so freaking cool. Ellipsis instead of Google Doc. What the heck is ellipsis? That sounds like a cool thing. sounds like a cool thing. Hold on, let me do a thing real quick. That way I can like I can avoid doxing myself and also having an extra window real quick. Pin that, open this, and be like ellipsis. What is ellipsis? Collaborative writing software. Ooh. We're back in here. Let me do that. So hopefully, there we go. Now you're not picking that up, and I also have access to ellipsis over here. Wait, what the fuck? You went in the wrong side. Write like a human. Ellipsis is a collaborative writing tool made for creativity. Oh. Made for creative writers. Plan your tools are made for memos and note tools. Oh, this looks neat. But I have very little writing experience, so I wonder how useful it would be for me. Any game jams? That could be an interesting thing to try out. I don't know if I would join one on my own. Also, hi Amber, welcome on in. Hello. That is good. I imagine it's not necessarily just it's not just for like writing for a visual novel or anything like that. Anyone that does like writing could probably benefit from it, right? I would say that if I want to join yeah, just writing. Yeah, I would imagine so. I would say that in my case, people are looking for artists and musicians all the time. Well, as a musician, I could join for sure. I have kind of like worked on a schedule, on a tight schedule for games before. Not for games necessarily, but I can sit down and make like a small amount of pieces of music for a game jam, if that's gonna be my main contribution to a game. But like the part that interests me the most of making a game is just, you know, making the game itself. So I would love to contribute more than just music. I noticed that like there might be a good crossover between being a musician and being a programmer, in that you can be a sound programmer. In that you handle all the systems that relate to the music in the game. But I would imagine that's more of a position within a larger game with a larger group. Yeah. But that's for the future, I guess. I mentioned these things because, like, honestly, I would love for game dev to be my job, you know? So I may or may not want to look for job openings in some kind of game studio that I could like hop in. I know that working on the games industry can be kind of a nightmare depending on where you are, layoffs and all of that kind of stuff. But I feel like it can't all be doom. There has to be some you know, some silver linings and all of that. And no AI. Wait, on the what? It's like Google Docs, but not under Google control. Ooh, okay. Oh, right, because Google Doc. I forgot that Google Docs actually does have like AI kind of built into it. You can like, yeah, you can ask Gemini anything about a document that you got going on in there. Needs his own area of expertise. Yeah. I remember like when because like most of my experience in game dev has been in one elective class that I took during university, which was literally Intro to Video Game Development. I think that's literally the name. That is literally. That was literally the name of the class. I want to make games that I can only write. But hey, writing is like very important. Like, for example, something that I've realized as an adult is that you can't do everything yourself. It's fine to ask for help. So for example, if I want to make a game that I distinctly really wanted to have a story, I would ask people who have experience with story writing. Like, I wouldn't try to do it myself just because it is my thing. I don't mind like giving out control of things for things that I'm not like, you know, expert on. Same as with art. Like I wouldn't mind if I'm not the artist behind my game. I would love to hire other people and stuff like that, right? Like you form together a team of specialists and all together they make a cool thing. And that's a game studio basically, right? I can see whatever you have in there at all times. So, oh yeah, no. surveillance. Yay! I did all the writing programming. My friend did the artwork because I could not do everything. Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, that's what I would do. I wouldn't go for the Toby Fox approach of like trying to have my hands on everything. As much as I think that's a respectable thing to do, I simply do not have the energy for that. Yeah, tough to have happen. Yeah. I would love it if I had the drive of Toby, like that Toby Fox has, for example, to like basically be the guy in charge of everything in the game with very little outside help. And I do know that Toby nowadays gets a lot of help, but even then, the team working in Deltarune is quite small. I don't think on like the actual main game side, I don't think there's more than 30 people working on Deltarune. Most of the people that are working on Deltarune, they might be outside helpers that do localization for Japan and testing and all that kind of stuff. They're not involved in the actual, you know, bones of the game itself, like the main things. I wouldn't want that to be my case. Toby Fox is kind of built different. Yes, he has made himself kind of an enemy, kind of the enemy of a certain subsection of the Latin American gaming community. But it's whatever. Those guys are a bunch of idiots anyway. Because of the whole thing with Deltarune not having a Spanish translation. Which to a degree I understand why some people are angry. And then to a degree I also understand why he chooses to do what he does with Deltarune. But because every situation is nuanced in reality, and the internet does not like nuance, yeah, my take is just gonna get destroyed by anybody who has the take of Toby Fox is fucking Jesus, and then the other guy who's saying no, Toby Fox is literally Hitler. Because like that's just internet discourse nowadays. That's literally it. That's literally it. You can't have nuance anymore. You can't have like an opinion that has, you know, basis on why both sides have the arguments that they do have. It's either you agree or you don't, and if you don't, you're the worst person ever, and if you do agree, you're the best person ever, and then that other guy sucks. Modern internet just drains me. The more that I pay attention to it, the more I don't want to pay attention to it. Translator Keiko from Undertale, I think he's still working with the same team, so I assume yes. It was like 7-4, I think the company that does the translation. I'm not sure. Oh, give me a sec. I gotta close the window real quick. The thing that upset me the most about the Toby Fox discourse is that for a long time, I haven't seen them anymore. I haven't seen them recently, so I guess the internet just forgot, which makes sense. The internet just gets upset about something, and then 2 weeks later, they're back to they find another thing to get mad at. But one thing that I saw was that I saw a lot was like people comparing games to Undertale, and like I'm like, those are not fair comparisons. Like people were dead ass grabbing this. It had nothing to do with one another, and I was seriously just thinking, why do you think this is an argument? And it was rage bait. I know I shouldn't have gotten upset because it was rage bait, but hindsight is 2020. People were grabbing the fact that Digital Circus is releasing the final episode all over Latin America and comparing that to Toby Fox not translating his games to Spanish, as if those two have anything to do with each other, or if it are literally the exact same situation. They're not. They are very much different situations. But I guess people were just like hungry. A lot of people were just hungry to get mad at something, and they chose the stupidest arguments to to like back themselves up. It was so stupid. And then because people were mad, and being nuanced on the internet makes no sense anymore, it caught on. It caught on. It's all Twitter. It's all because of Twitter. Stupid ass platform, but oh well. People just want reasons to be mad. It really is like that. It does upset me that critical thinking and just nuance on discussions is kind of just gone away. I still find nuanced takes every now and then, and I'm happy about that, but they are by far not the one. They are by far not the ones that like gain the attention, because the social media platforms are not written. They're not programmed to give those kinds of takes attention. They're programmed to make you mad. Yeah, it's safe to not have them. Like if you're not looking to be like a fucking, I don't know, content creator or something like that, there's very little benefit to being on social media. Like it used to be that social media was a way to connect with friends, and family from afar and stuff like that. But nowadays, there's very few reasons to have social media, I would say. I'm snacking. Feeds off of negativity. Oh, for sure. What is this song again? Yuri's Mix from Katamari Forever. The song fucking slaps. I'm dancing. Oh! That reminds me. Well, this is completely different to everything we were talking about, but it does remind me of something that I want to do. Lance 3.0, baby. I gotta work on that. And I can start working on that very soon. Literally tomorrow if I wanted to. Yeah, boy. Yeah. It's basically finalize the design. Or rather, well, before we do that, the main thing that we need to do before we do any of that is gather art references. Art and fashion reference. That's something that I realized, because one thing that I want 3.0 to have is not just the boring ass black and white Letterman jacket. I like the aesthetic of it. I like my color palette. It's black and white and blue-ish tones, and I like that. But at the same time, I wanted to have other things going on. Maybe not necessarily more colors, but I don't know. I don't know how to fucking draw or or design characters for what it's worth. But I have been perusing Pinterest, for example, sifting through the AI generated bullshit and trying to find actual fashion that I like. Some of the stuff that I've been looking for are specifically is let me see, tech wear. That's kind of what I've been into, really. Not necessarily what I've been into, but it's kind of a fashion style that I kind of do dig. But like not too crazy, you know, because like you can get tech wear that goes insane. Like this shit, for example. Like, I don't know if I want pants like that. I don't know if I want pants like these that have like these many pockets and stuff, but it certainly beats having plain jeans, right? that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to find as many varied references for tech wear that I can like compile. And I've been mostly using Pinterest for that. I don't know if I want to show Pinterest, though, because Pinterest might show... But Pinterest is safe, right? Is it? Let me check Pinterest. And then there's also other things about the design more specifically. Wait, is this my... All right, okay, good. What did I save on my... This is what I've been saving, literally. This is literally what I've been saving on Pinterest. I saved a bunch of drawing references specifically because I want to find a type of hairstyle that I want. Because if you haven't heard my idea, sci-fi headphones, that could be cool. Yeah, headphones could be. Headphones does seem like a great thing to. So I like this, for example. I like the kind of details that this jacket has, and it's still sticking with the black and white idea. This is also a cool jacket. It's mostly white but with black details, but I like the vibe of it as well. So it could be something like that. See? Nothing too crazy. We can dial down the level of detail on these things. But yeah, one of the main things that I want out of this design, this new design, is that I want to look like a human. Right? I want to have a human look, but that still retains some of my ability to be, you know, space-ish. So I haven't figured out how that looks like in hair form, because the only other point of reference that I can think of is Hades from Hercules, and I don't necessarily want to look like Hades from Hercules. But I have also seen a bunch of references of like space hair. What happens if we look up space hair here? Well, see, there's these things. There are these things. This is AI, isn't it? It says modified by AI, but it feels AI generated. This isn't AI generated. See, but this kind of aesthetic, I really like. I really like the fact that it looks like hair, yes, but it's got all like constellations and shit in it. Problem is that most of these type of drawings that I see are girls. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Of course, this looks AI generated as well. There's also these kinds of things, but I feel like this is a more common trope for these are AI. These are AI generated. God damn it. I hate Pinterest sometimes. But yeah, it's this kind of vibe. This is the kind of vibe that I find whenever I look for specifically space hair. 80 Shroud from Twisted Wonderland. 80 Shroud. I do know Twisted Wonderland. It's Japanese Cyber Y3K. I don't know what Y3K is, but I have seen Japanese streetwear that I really like. So that could be another point of reference. Yes. Let me see. 80 Shroud. Might as well look it up from here. Oh, okay. Oh, but his hair is water. Oh, okay. Okay, I like it. I wouldn't have long hair though. This guy is Hades? Oh, I can see it. I can kind of see it, yeah. Okay, I can kind of see it. Kind of long hair though. I don't know if I would want to have my hair be like that. It's like too pretty boy. I think one of the things that I don't want to fall into when it comes to designing my 3.0 is looking like this. Let me, not like that, but not like this. How do I, what's another fire pompadour? That would be sick. Nova Kids of Starbound. I think somebody compared me to that. Nova Kids Starbound. Yeah, somebody compared me to one of these guys at some point. Yeah. Like I specifically remember looking at someone like this. This could be a cool look. Like strip the fact that their entire body is made in the same style, and then just like have the hair just be colored like this. They are cool looking. Yeah, you brought this. Yeah, okay. I remembered somebody mentioning this. Yeah. What was the other one? Fire pompadour. Yeah, they're like it's most it's okay. Let's see. What happens if we find fire hair? Because like maybe instead of finding space hair, we can just grab reference of people that have done like fire hair and translate that to be space, like that, for example. This kind of reminds me of Hades, or similar to this. See, this doesn't look. This isn't. I wouldn't mind having hair that looks like this. I want it to be. I know that I kind of want it to be shorter. That's for sure. I can't tell if this is AI. This doesn't have any comment or anything like that, but I'm noticing that these have the exact same look, so I'm thinking that might be AI. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's hard to realize what is and isn't AI from this. But yeah, it's a bunch of things that we could probably figure out along the way. It's just a matter of like sifting through the bullshit. Fire hair. See, a lot of the references end up having like really long hair, and I know for a fact that I want my new design to have a bit shorter hair, but still have this idea of like a moving piece. Kind of looks like fire. Yeah. There's a preference to turn things off. Is to turn AI? Is there? This is all in Spanish. Okay, let's not go through my my settings on Pinterest, just in case. Just in case. But yeah, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Yes. So it's finalized the design. It's gather enough references and finalize the design, but mostly with artist, and not just any artist. Lele. It's Lele. I wanna yap with Lele about this, because Lele, I'm pretty sure, has a bunch of experience in character design as well. So I'm sure that I could rely on her to steer me in the right direction, given all of these ideas that I've had already. But like with the finalized design, what I would ask Lele to do is a character sheet, is a reference sheet rather. Get a reference sheet. Get a reference sheet from Lele specifically, because I want Lele to design the character, and then I want someone else to do the model. I know that this is, technically speaking, maybe more expensive. But I don't know. I trust the idea. I feel like in any case, any artist that I would want to work with, would charge more for a design. So there's no harm in like chatting with another, of doing the design with another stream, with another artist, and then grabbing that reference sheet. And then having the reference sheet be the basis for whoever is the model artist, who will just be hired to do the model in their own style. Because I don't want to make Lele work extra on figuring out how to make the model riggable, if you will. I have someone in mind. I will not spoil who that is, though. I have someone in mind that I do want to use, that I want to commission. Very forward thinking. I try to be forward thinking. Hi Absalon, welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I can be this forward thinking now, and I can be more confident about what I want to be doing, because I've been so freed from my fucking university. So I'm excited about all of this, and that's why I'm like, writing things down. And then commission the model. The limiters are off. Exactly. Yes. And I have a bunch of money saved up too. Well, I have other personal things that I want to take care of. I do think I'm going to have enough money to get all of this done as well. Into my freshman year in a couple of months. Ooh, good luck with that. Good luck. Good luck. Is it also software engineering by chance? I wish I could offer up some advice, but I feel like I can't, because a lot of what I would say in regards to my field of work is very specific to the kind of stuff that I do and the kind of way that I've learned. Is journalism. Oh, cool. I like the idea of being a journalist, but I don't like the idea of writing. It all goes back to writing. We were talking about game dev stuff earlier, and how I would hire somebody else. I would have somebody else in charge of the story. I don't mind doing that, but yeah, it all goes back to the fact that I'm not the best writer. Like I've written stuff, I've written essays before, I've wrote a whole fucking thesis, which is what I defended yesterday, but I don't like doing it. I do not enjoy doing it. I spend so long just thinking over my words and seeing if and I'm wondering if these are the best choices that I can make with the word. Do it semi-professionally. Let's go. That's really cool, though. I think Nocturne, another frequent chatter who isn't here today, is also a professional writer. I think I would say that I would assume that Nocturne is professionally a writer at this point, right? Well, we have some writers in chat, so that's good. What helped you with writing? Is it that app that you mentioned earlier, or something else? Oh my god, I haven't yapped like this in so long. I need to like lower my voice, I feel like, because my throat is starting to get sore and it's only been an hour. I don't think if there... I can't remember if there's like another... If there's like a more specific... goals that I haven't written in here. Because like these are very... finish TTS mascot, HI third presentation, and then the kind of content, back to making music. Yes, making a game is like busy. Yes. Writing isn't too hard for me, but I do hate editing. Yeah, there's always something. There's always something. You can't like... I think it would be very hard as a creator to be, you know, fully on board with the entirety of the creative process. I feel like it's just not possible. There's got to be at least one part where you're like, I don't like doing this at all. Reading novels, reading your favorite new series and noticing their writing patterns and formats. That is honestly not even just for writing. I mean, it makes sense that you would have that as an advice, but it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because I would say that to someone who's like trying to make music. Like if you want to learn how to make music, one thing that really helps you is active listening of music. Like listen to your favorite songs and try to like pick out individual instruments. Try to notice what individual instruments are doing, you know, composition wise, and then try to translate that to your own ideas. Like it's hard to just come up with a piece of music out of nowhere if you don't have the point of reference of other people doing the same thing, right? So like one thing that I remember doing a lot when I first started making music is that I didn't know what basses were. I didn't know what the bass was. And it only took me a few months or something before I realized that, wait, a lot of these songs are sounding kind of empty. What is missing? And then I started listening to more other music, other songs, and they're like, wait, they have like bass. I should add bass to my songs. And I could only get that because I started paying more attention to the music that I was already listening to, right? Yeah, observing and see what other writings are doing, and that's the same in pretty much any medium. Yeah. Oh yeah, the bots were banned. Get the heck out of it. Get the heck out of here. Restricted? Have you not been banned? Oh yeah, no, Seribot did ban them. Seribot banned them, yes. Never find motivation anymore. The motivation thing is like hard. That is not something that like is easy to get at. Easy to get, I would say. I don't think there's any like advice that I could probably give anybody who's like struggling to get motivated, because I struggle with the exact same thing. So I don't know if I'm the most qualified to like talk to in that case, because I feel like, dang, that's just always going to be something that I struggle with. But what I do know is that it never is permanent, and there's always something that happens either in my life or, I don't know, something that happens to somebody else that motivates me to try harder. Like, for example, I see somebody that I know get a pretty freaking cool opportunity, and I'm like, oh, damn, I really want to do that now. And then that motivates me to keep working. And most recently, for example, the fact that I was able to get my entire thesis off the fucking ground and defend it, that motivates me to try the heck of all these things that I want to keep doing. So sometimes there isn't an easy escape, and sometimes you just gotta like live your life and try to live your life the best you can, and eventually motivation will find you. It sounds like a cop-out, but a lot of the times what ends up motivating me is exactly that. It's just something happens, and then I'm like, some kind of synapse gets shot in my brain, and I get motivated. When the person who joined was a scammer. Yeah, that happens a lot. I would recommend for sure installing Seribot. With Seribot is like very easy to set up. You'd like just like drop a couple of commands on your chat and then on Seribot's chat, and Seribot takes care of all of that for you. No more AI viewers in the get viewers in this website, or no more of that. Seribot bans them immediately. It's a great tool. It's a great tool. Also helps you deal with hate rates and stuff that happens as well from time to time to some streamers, which is a nightmare on Twitch. It is what it is, though. But yeah. I feel like I've been yapping for 2 hours and it's only been 1.5 hours. God damn. I've become not used to streaming anymore. And so I feel like I've been live for way longer than I have. I don't have anything set up. Seribot is pretty easy to set up, though. But Seribot is mostly a Twitch-only thing. If you stream only on YouTube, then there's not much of a problem with bots on YouTube. Which I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse there, because it means that not even the bots are interested. Growing on YouTube is hard, especially as a streamer only, I would say. Yeah, I dual stream, so I have Twitch. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then for sure. Yeah, because YouTube only doesn't have a lot of the same issues that Twitch has with botting. But Twitch does. Yeah, Twitch does. So you're trying to figure out Streamlabs. I would recommend OBS, not Streamlabs. Streamlabs is kind of like is a fork of OBS, which quote unquote does more things and streamslide more things. But I don't know. They're kind of icky as a company, just in general. They kind of, as far as I understand, they try to shove AI into a lot of things that you don't really need. OBS on its own, like the original one, Open Broadcaster Software, that has everything that Streamlabs will obviously have, because Streamlabs is literally based off of OBS. So yeah, it's probably a better tool, and a lot more people use it, and therefore there's a lot more like tutorials and all that kind of stuff on the internet. Yes. It did not run, and OBS was so much easier to get up. Yeah, OBS just like the reason you want to know something funny. The reason why I started streaming in the first place is because OBS was so easy to set up. Like literally, all I had to do was create a waiting room on YouTube, link it on OBS, and hit go live. And that was it. When I realized how easy it was to set up a stream, I was like, "What the fuck? I could just do this." And there was no issue whatsoever. Like, yeah, there were some growing pains when figuring out some of the more nitty gritty things with OBS. But generally speaking, it was simple. It was simple to set up. No account shenanigans. No, that's just like free and open for everyone. I will have to find out something to do with stream elements though, because I have heard. There's been rumors. I don't know how true this ended up being or not. I don't think it's gotten confirmed yet. But I did see that Stream Elements, which is a platform specifically for widgets and stuff that a lot of and alerts and that kind of stuff that streamers use a lot, not just VTubers, streamers. They might be shutting down, which is a nightmare because here, this is what they posted a few days ago. I use Stream Elements for some things. We're in positive discussions with potential acquirers and are working to find the best path forward for creators, customers, and our team. Yada 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 yada. Little borders and stuff like the one you're using. No, this is an overlay. This is something I commissioned. But trust me, you do not need this. I have this overlay just because I like it and I paid for it. I commissioned an artist for it. But it is not something you need. This is one I can turn it off if I wanted to. But that's mostly just because I wanted to change the look of my stream generally. You don't need anything like that. If you're an artist, you can draw your own stuff, or if you prefer, you could just go for a clean setup where, like, if you're doing gaming, for example, you could literally just like plop a PNG in front of the game and then just like stream the game. Or hell, maybe you don't even need a PNG. If you're just trying out streaming for the first time, just going faceless entirely and just like broadcasting the game might be good already. You can start streaming with very, very little. Very little. Same as this other scene that I got here. It's like this is a room. This room specifically. Oh, I put this in the description, but let me show you specifically where I got it. In case you want to make things a bit more interesting without breaking the bank, as they say. I got this from VGen. And it wasn't a commission. It was specifically a piece from a shop. And here, let me put it in USD so that it's more relatable. I got it from Amorphia. This artist right here, who is a specialist in background animations, background illustration. Mine is this one. It is a streaming background, and it has the. I kind of changed the order of some things. My chair is bigger and it's off to the side, but everything else is exactly the same. See, and they have other streaming rooms in other styles. Like if you're this one's free even. Look at that. If you're into this aesthetic, this one is entirely free if you really want to. There you go. See, it's $0. There you go. You don't even have to pay $20 for this kind of stuff. Yeah, up to you. There's a ton of stuff. There's many other styles as well. This is very traditionally Japanese too. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat setup they got going on. And you don't even have to use Amorphia backgrounds. Like some other people do the same thing. Or you can commission them specifically for background. For backgrounds. Wow, they do 3D spaces for Wardo? Whoa, that's fucking sick. That's awesome. I love this. Dude, that's really cool. And they look really nice too. I would absolutely want to do something like this. Like if I had it's $450, which honestly speaking for 3D modeling of this scale, it almost feels like this is cheap. It feels like they should be charging more for this, but I don't know. This is really cool. Okay. There are additional costs. Okay, so it's starting from 450, right? Okay. If you want larger stuff, yeah, it could be even more expensive then. But that's really cool. Oh, and you can make it for Wardo or VR chat. Oh, but it's probably better to just get the Wardo one because the Wardo one also comes with Unity project files, so you could use them for both. Ooh, that's kind of like a pipe dream for me. Get a 3D model and do stuff in VR chat. I would require a bunch of other things for that to happen. Yeah. Oh, you want to know a more specific goal that I have too, now that I think about it? This is more personal, kinda, because like buy an iPad. Just buy an iPad. I would use the iPad for personal things. I kind of like the idea of reading manga on a big screen. For example, I would do that. Maybe I would read some other books and stuff like that. But also, this is for eventual live 2D. I'm not planning on getting. I don't want Lance 3.0 to be a live 2D model, not yet. But I do want to play around with live 2D stuff at some point. And I know that I can technically already do this if I were to use my phone, which is a Samsung phone. It's Android. There are rigging, there are like face tracking alternatives without using an Apple device. But from what I hear, Apple devices are just straight up the best for this stuff. So, yeah, I don't mind getting an iPad for something that I would use off stream, and then something that could help me on stream as well. And I also don't, but I also don't want to like get an iPhone because iPhone, I don't know, I don't necessarily love iOS for daily driving stuff that I usually do with my phone. So the compromise is getting a tablet that can do the exact same thing, and I use it for other purposes instead. And I don't have to lug around, and I don't have to worry about it being my daily driver of a phone. But this is something that I can do on my own. This is something that I will do eventually. I just have to like figure out money-wise what I'm doing. Because like as much as these goals are nice, Some of them require money, and I do have money. I have saved up enough money that I can get a bunch of these things. But I also have other personal goals that I want to start exploring with my money. So that might leave me poor. I don't think so. To be more specific, one thing I want to do is I want to get an apartment. But like the apartment that I want to get is not just renting one someplace in the city. No. I want to build an apartment or have an apartment built on top of my current house, which is my parents' house. And I don't know if I have enough money to make it happen by myself. I would have to potentially ask for, you know, help with that. Monetary wise. Additional dwelling. Exactly. Think, can I draw that? Yeah, okay. Think this is my parents' house. This is my house at the moment, right? Like I can give you like a small outline. Wait, hold on. Let me bust out the Wacom. Oh, I haven't drawn anything in a while. I haven't done an art stream in a while. But I also haven't been able to find the motivation to do art streams or drawing for that matter. But we can figure something out. I want to do something that's like more specific to drawing. I do have a bunch of artist friends. People in Starlight Rev are great artists. I could probably freaking ask around for. I could probably ask them. I want to do so bad too. It's a great idea because like, my house. Like if you look at my house from the side of it, it looks like this. It's got one of those roofs that kind of look like this. It's like slanted. It isn't exactly like the typical it isn't that. No. It's got, if you look at it from the side, it's got this kind of roof, right? Like that. So there is a possibility. So imagine that the house looks like this from the front. And then there's like a bit here, which is the garage. And this is where the car goes. I mean, that's the car. Car goes in here. And this is the front door, and then the roof does that thing. It isn't exactly like it isn't exactly a triangle. So my idea, and I think this is something that my mom has at some point talked about, is that well, actually the garage actually goes like past it. So the garage goes up to like there, but the roof is over here. So what my mom has suggested at some point, and she kind of did it jokingly, is we could have an apartment that goes on top of this. I don't know how, but there could be an apartment that goes on top of the house as is. And then this could be mine, and then the entrance could be somewhere here, for example. Right? That's the front door, and my apartment could be somewhere like here. So this is my dream living room, my dream living situation. But I don't know. I feel like the first thing that needs to be done in this scenario is that we need to talk to an architect or something that could tell us if that's even a viable thing. Which I am not aware if it is or not. It's totally possible. Yeah, no, I know. I have a friend who did that. I have a friend who did, not in the same shape because their house is like completely different, right? But I have a friend who is almost done with that apartment, from what I understand. So I kind of want to do the same thing. Partly because rent is a nightmare everywhere, I think. I used to think that this was mostly an Argentina problem because of our situation. But turns out that no, renting is a nightmare everywhere in the world almost. So while getting an apartment built on top of a house might be very expensive at first, you eventually kind of save up on it in down into the very, very future, because you won't have to be paying rent. You will only have to be paying for the expenses of like water, electricity, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a big investment up front, but down the line it becomes better than having rented a place. And even if I don't end up living there for the rest of my life, that could also be rented out in the future. For example, I could make it into an Airbnb or something if I ever get a house, a proper house. Like if we're thinking like life plans, there's ways to make that whole, you know, project worth it, even past someone living in it. Something I talk to my family a lot about. I have not. This is all stuff that I've had on my mind. I've talked about this with some friends of mine, and they basically told me that it was a good idea. It is a neat idea, but the ones that ultimately make the decision are my parents. Well, not necessarily, but this is their house at the end of the day. I can't just like waltz in here and be like, I'm gonna build something and then just fucking deal with it. No. This is their house as much as it is mine. In fact, it might be more their house than mine. I think there is some kind of testament somewhere written in at some point that says that I will probably get the rights to this house at some point in my life, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that. And even if it does happen, that's like what, 40 years into the future? Who knows? But yeah, these are all things that I'm able to start thinking about now that I've graduated, essentially. It's like now it feels like life is beginning. And that's what makes it exciting, but at the same time kind of scary. That's the whole thing. It do be scary. I can make it thinner. Ooh. Lands. Yay. Oh, that says Lanku. But yeah. I don't know why I made an angry face there. This is surprisingly chill to draw with. I don't know, I kind of dig it. Because like, wait, okay, so at some point I've discussed, I'm thinking back to the Lance 3.0 things. At some point I discussed the possibility of me having like a head that looks like this, and then have hair that kind of does like a, and then this is my head. But I don't know, it feels too Goku. It feels too Goku instead of what I want. Kind of like Kurogiri from My Hero Academia. I've talked about this, but I don't know. That is potentially a reference. We could find something a bit more interesting that I'm into, really. This is nice. Oh, you want to know another piece of software that I want to get myself into? Actually, it's a Sprite. Because Sprite is good for like for drawing. For making like pixel art and stuff. That goes into here. Learn Sprite. Because one of the game ideas that I have that I don't want to talk too much about, because I wanna make it happen. Would not require me to get an artist, most likely, but it would still require me to learn Sprite a little bit. I wouldn't say why it doesn't necessarily require an artist, because it does require art, but I don't necessarily have to get like a commissioned, like a proper really good looking art, you know. I can get away with making it look scuffy, which is the vibe that I'm looking for. I did specifically have an idea at some point of maybe making a simpler game, just to like get the ball rolling, and trying maybe using this to learn to learn Godot, like try to make a game where you control Jimmy. You control Jimmy in his smug glory. You move him around in any direction. In any direction possible. And he rotates around the screen, and he's supposed to be collecting like he collects stars. He collects little stars, and then he grows bigger with every star he collects. I don't know if that's a thing that makes a lot of sense. That doesn't feel like much of a game. That doesn't feel like much of a game, considering that you would only have to like what? Be able to control Jimmy and have him collect stars, and then he grows. Oh Jesus! Wait, no. Why did I delete every? No. Why are you deleting? No. Why are you deleting everything? Hello? Okay, fine. I'm just gonna control Z my way into that then. If you oh, I guess it's because it's inside the block. But if I draw here, for example, and I delete, that doesn't delete anything. There you go. Okay, well, god dang it. Why you like this? But if I draw here and then I try to delete it, yeah, that deletes the whole thing. I guess it's because it's inside the bounding box of the writing. That makes sense. That's okay. Oh wait, I have an idea. Okay, so I think these are pretty much all of my goals. All of the goals that I want to get done at some point. But one of them that we could add is just overall is play more games. So here's the thing. I want that, and then with challenges. Because like one of the things that I really like about the gaming challenges is kind of the stuff that Doug does, for example. So I want to figure out if I could do that kind of stuff with my style. I know I've discovered one thing, actually. Let me see if I can find it. Can I go crowd control? No, it didn't save. God dang it. It didn't save the site. Hold on. Oh, we're good. I thought I'd showed something that I shouldn't have been showing, but no. Oh, I love the song. Crowd control, the interactive way. There's this thing that Twitch has a lot of, that Twitch allows. Which allows for interactive, streams. Also, hi Choco, welcome on in. Thank you for the congratulations. Yes, I am a software engineering now, which means that I kind of want to start doing shit that is a bit more complicated than just playing games the right way. So one of the things that I know about is crowd control, and I've seen people use crowd control for the usual suspects kind of games. But I was like exploring this for like a little bit. And I came to find out that there's game packs, for example, which is there's a bunch of games that come with a bunch of potential things that you could like. Look, it's not just the usual suspects. You can play crowd control with Sonic 3D Blast, for example. Like, what do you mean you can play? What do you mean you can play crowd control with Sonic 3D Blast, which is a fucking Sega Genesis game? Or, for example, the one that's specifically called to me, because it's a game that I really like, and it feels like a fun little way to make the game more interesting for myself because I played it so much. Where is it? Ooh, Beat Saber has... What the fuck? Beat Saber has this? That could also be fun. I don't know how I would stream Beat Saber, though. Celeste? Oh, Celeste with crowd control sounds like a nightmare. I'm not great at Celeste to like, stick with it. Where are you? I know you're here. I do know that Super Mario 64 has it, but I'm not great at Super Mario 64 to have that be fun. Or like Pizza Tower. I would play Pizza Tower, for example, if I was doing it by default. It was I was doing it like vanilla. I don't think I would do Sonic the Hedgehog crowd control, like the original one. How does this look? Oh, you play as Knuckles.
Hey, now what you gonna do?
That spawned a fucking enemy right there. Okay, see, this is fun. Give bubble shield, fire shield. Like these are fine. These are nice. These are nice, but maybe not. Oh, this is the Sonic 1D comp. Oh, I do know of it. I do know of it, yes. What about Sonic CD? Is this Sonic CD restored game setup guide? Oh, it is a mod. Ooh, okay. Interesting. There's a bunch of these. I assume Sonic 2 is also with a decomp. Yes, of course. So these could be interesting. These could be interesting to do. And it would involve y'all. The thing is that I think crowd control mostly goes off of bits and stuff. So I don't know if it would be... I don't know how nice it is to ask you to spend money to mess with me. But I don't know. See, these are the ones. Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2 have... somehow... They have crowd control set up. I have no idea how, but they do. And they can mess with a lot of things. Armadillo spawner, big croc, big shark. What the fuck? Disable jump and roll. That's basically the main mechanic of the game. You can't play the game if you can't jump. This sounds like a nightmare.
Okay. Wait, there's a letter up there.
See, this is the kind of shit that I want to be dealing with. I've played Donkey Kong Country enough times that I don't have to bother too much about being good at the game. Freeze player, give bananas, give lives. See, there's a bunch of... Wow, there's so much for Donkey Kong Country. Holy crap. And then Donkey Kong Country 2 is the same vibe. I think it is. What, you can take the coins? That's a nightmare. Swap players' buttons around? Oh no. Oh no. This sounds like a nightmare. But also sounds like it could be very fun. But if anything, for like a one-time stream, it could be funny. So let me write a whole thing in here, but like potential games. Sure, let's write it in blue. Why not? To make things a bit more different than the goals. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put back the tablet because I'm not drawing anything right now. La 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 la. Song is crazy. What? Holy shit. Wait, what Katamari game does this come from? Touch My Katamari. What? What the fuck is Touch My Katamari? I imagine it's from a DS game or something. Potential games. Here, we can also do that. No, I can't just... Oh, okay, fine. Okay, that's fine. Potential games. And then first option, for example, Donkey Kong Country with crowd control. Can I move this? Yeah. Yeah, I'll just put it over there. Put it somewhere here. I'm not gonna like write that much. So Donkey Kong Country with crowd control could be one. As for other challenges potentially that I can make myself, I don't know. I do know that I have the capabilities and I can figure out how to do this. that Doug did this at some point. Here, let me find the video. I know how to do something like this, for example. What the fuck is this girl cosplaying as as Jackson? Why is it so cool looking? What did I want to look up? Fuck, I got distracted and I forgot. Damn you, ADHD. God damn it. Wait. I'll remember this. Don't worry. I'll remember. I know what this is. Right. It is Doug screen. Yeah, this. Every 5 minutes the HUD gets worse. I love this video. I love this video.
Of Mario Odyssey.
He played all of Odyssey.
Every 5 minutes, I'm gonna spin a wheel, pick a random video game, and add the HUD from that game on top of Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
So by the end, it might look something like this. Which
I've seen this video, and this video is insane, but it's also really funny, and I know how to make it happen too, because I know how to play. I know how to play games through OBS, so I can add shit to the screen. It's how I did my Osu challenge. Also, hi, Don't. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. This might be the first chat. It didn't mark me. It didn't mark it as first chat, so it appears as if you have chatted in here before at some point. So welcome on in. But I hope you're doing okay, man. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. We've been yapping about anything. See here. Every time I did this stream where I played Osu, and every time I missed, I did this by playing through OBS specifically. Like if I missed a bunch, the screen would start to get all kinds of fucked up. Come on. There you go. See, that kind of stuff. I can make something like this happen, and this worked because of the ways that I was able to like mess with Osu itself. But also, it's been a while since I played Osu, so I don't know if I could do this again with Osu. However, I could figure out something similar with other kinds of games. It doesn't necessarily just have to be Osu. And the way that the punishments get triggered doesn't necessarily have to be by me messing up or anything like that, right? So there are ways to get something like this.
Play the best Mario Odyssey of my life.
Ripping Angel streams. Yeah. That is Angel is one of my I guess we could say what's the word? Coworkers? Partners? One of my friends at Starlight Revo. Yeah, hell yeah. Love to see it. I love that a lot of people are into supporting the whole group and not just one or two members. I mean, if you want, you can watch whoever you want to watch, but I appreciate anybody who like hops in and says hi on like the other streams as well. Hell yeah. And work calls, true. But we're specifically what we're doing today is I was just yapping about anything, and mostly I wanted to get things written down about what my goals are. So we wrote down all of these, which are things that I want to do and things that I want to get done. Oh, and the TTS mascot actually needs a finalized design. Finalize design and finalize the way it works. Finalize or rather set up VTS Pog, which is what I'm using for it. So we gotta get those two things going. So my goals list is looking kind of big. And as for what games I want to play, because I do want to play games with challenges. Are there any other games that I mentioned that I want to play at some point? Ooh, wait, I do know about, like, for example, because, like, okay, recently what came out is Subnautica 2, but Subnautica 2 is out on early access, and I don't like the idea of playing Subnautica 2 in early access. because part of why I like Subnautica 1 so much is because of the fact that it has a very good story in it, and the early access will not have the full story. I'm sure that the survival aspect of the game is really good, and I've seen a lot of people have fun with it and praise it, so I'm not doubting that the game is good. I just want to know, I just want the whole story to be out, because I want to like immerse myself in it and then get to the bottom of whatever the mystery is going to be this time. So for that reason, I've never played Subnautica Below Zero, so I kind of want to try Subnautica Below Zero. So that's like one game that I want to play that's been recently. It makes sense. Yeah, I think it does. I feel like a lot of people also enjoy the aspect of like playing the game as it's coming out with updates and early access and all of that kind of stuff, which I applaud. I love the idea of it. But with a game like Subnautica, where the thing that interests me the most about it is the story, I'd hate for it to just be, for me to get really into it and then the game tells me that, okay, by the way, we don't have any more story past this point. It's like, sure, I'm sure the survival part of the game is really good and fun, but like that was like my least interesting. I had fun with it, but it was the thing that I cared almost the least about when I was playing Subnautica, the original. So the only thing that I got at the moment is Below Zero, and I've heard that Subnautica Below Zero is not as good as the original, but it's okay. I want more Subnautica. I want more Subnautica, and I haven't played this one yet. What else? I don't know if there were any games. Can I open Steam real quick? I can open Steam real quick, and you can't see it. Ooh. I got the notification that I can sign up for co-streaming the Latin American Games Showcase, which reminded me that Pipistrello is one of the games that I really liked from that original stream that I did. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Whoops. This one. Let me add it in there. It is a top-down Metroidvania that looks really cool, and it was made by a Brazilian dev, if I recall correctly, and it looks like a Game Boy Advance game that is really freaking cool. And I played the demo. No, I have the full game because they gave me a full game key. But yeah, this one, it's this one. The pause, I said pause. It's sick looking. I really like it. I really liked what little I played of it. And I definitely feel like I could make a whole series of this on my channel. Because I don't see a lot of people talk about it. Like, I've seen a lot of people praise it, and I'm glad that it did well enough that it's even getting a release. It got a release on Switch and all of that. Like, clearly it did well on its own. But I feel like more people should see it. So I'd love to be playing it myself. I wanna be known. It is very cute looking. Yes, pixel art is really well made, and I like how everything is like sized. It feels like a Game Boy Advance game, because like it definitely feels like they made the game in mind with small screens. Because like I think a lot of the particular things about Game Boy Advance games is that sprites were big because they didn't really have a lot of screen real estate to work with, so they had to make things big to make them pop. Like the way this game looks reminds me a lot of like the way that Mother 3 looks, for example. And even more so because Pipistrello in the menu, it comes with a feature to create some kind of overlay that makes the game look like it's running within an actual Game Boy Advance. So that I find that really cool. But yeah, it's got like the classic Metroidvania setup, but it's not a side scroller. It is a top-down Zelda-like game. So that's what makes it a bit more interesting to me as well. What the fuck? They got Yoko Shimomura in there? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hello? Another one of the members of Starlight Revo, Charmaine, does a ton of indie game content. She specifically like co-streams a lot of events. She showcases a lot of indie game demos and all that kind of stuff. And I love that. I'd love to do similar stuff to that because I already got my like gacha part of my streams. That's not gonna change. But oftentimes I find myself not knowing what to stream when we're not in like an update week of sorts in gacha games. So I like the idea of just playing other games every now and then. Oh, another one that I mentioned that I wanted to play that I never really did is Undertale Yellow. Undertale Yellow is definitely a game that I wanna play at some point. And I do know that I kind of want to do it before Deltarune Chapter 5 comes out, because that's supposed to come out at some point during this year. So yeah. But these are all games that I want to play that just as is, without any freaking whatchamacallit, without any freaking challenges or anything like that. Another one that I found interesting that takes after Metroidvanias like Hollow Knight and stuff like that, that I got rather recently as well, is called Constance. I think it's not as hard as Hollow Knight, but it still seems interesting as heck. Oh, and I'm going to be playing a lot of games with the rest of... one of the things that we're going to be doing with the rest of Starlight Revo is we're going to be collabing a lot. Not necessarily with games, not all the time, but we also have like other project ideas for collabs that don't necessarily mean regular streams. It could be that we do streams together, yes. But there are other plans. Next week, I think we're playing Super Battle Golf, which, by the way, do I have it? I don't have Super Battle Golf, do I? I don't think I do. No, I haven't. I don't think I need to get it yet. I need to get it. But oh well. Ooh. I know another thing here. Sonic games. I want to play Sonic games. any Sonic games, honestly. I'm down to play any Sonic game. Whether it's games that I played before, Sonic games that I played before or not, I'm down to play them on stream. If we do maybe some of the classic Sonic games, I could use maybe with crowd control. So here, let me put Sonic games, and then in parentheses, maybe crowd control, because I'm not sure. And then there was another thing that I wanted to add here as well. I forgot what it was. Oh, right. There's other stream ideas that aren't related to here. Let me move this up. Move this up a little bit. And then have yapping series, or yapping with series. Which is basically invite guests to yap about anything. That's a stream series idea that I have in mind at some point. And then the other one is regarding VTuber remixes, but I gotta get back to making VTuber remixes myself before I can make a series based on that. But I've talked about wanting to do something like this for a long time now. Inviting guests to yap about stuff. So yeah, that's for sure happening. And it's easy for me to make it happen too, because right now all that I would need is just reach out to the people that I wanna yap with. They wouldn't be any unknowns either. It's people that you guys likely know as well. Because that's the whole premise of it. I want to bring in people who I can yap about things with, things that we have in common, or things that I want to learn more about. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to put a bigger focus on collabs for for the future, but I can't just collab with anyone, right? It has to be someone that I'm friends with and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It has there's the fact that I am in Starlight Revo right now. It does make it easier for me though. It does absolutely make it easier because that means that I'm friends with everybody there already, so I could easily just like ask them for that, and we figure out something to be the topic of that stream, right? What the heck is this song? This one is kind of crazy, and I do like it, but I don't know if I like it for BGM. I don't know if there's any more potential games that I do know for a fact I want to play. Let me check. Let me check Steam. Been live for 2 hours. I could probably wrap it up in a bit. This stream doesn't need to be long. Extremely long either. But still. Still. There's a bunch of games that I've never played before that could be interesting. I also don't necessarily have to like look at games. Ooh, Unbeatable. Unbeatable is a game I really want to play. It's a rhythm game. I think Tippa was playing it a few days ago. I didn't go into her stream because I saw that it said Unbeatable and I was like, oh wait, no, I want to play that game. I don't want to get spoiled on it. Unbeatable, the rhythm game. The rhythm game that has a Noodle Vivo in it. I want to play Unbeatable. What did you call Angel? Wait, what do you mean? What did you call Angel? What? Oh, I would like Angel from Starlight Revo. I would say she's a friend. I would just say she's a friend of mine, not necessarily co-workers or anything like that. Because like if I said co-workers, it would mean like, oh, because it's not like Starlight Revo is a work group or anything like that. We're not a VTuber agency or a streamer agency. We're just a content creator group. So it doesn't feel right to call anybody else that's in Starlight Revo a co-worker. We're all good friends. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole title, I guess. She's small. How tall is she? Hold on. Let's put this to the test. I know that I am on the taller side. I'm not the tallest in Starlight Revo. That's Ace. But I don't remember how tall Angel was. Let's see. Can I yeet Angel? That is the question. 155. That's not yeetable, but I am taller. I'm 150. I'm 175. I'm a whole 20 centimeters taller. So I'm like at least one head taller than her. If you take into consideration her angel size, she's bigger than me. But if we're not taking that into consideration, I am 175 centimeters or 5'9". Oh, hey, that's me. Hi. It's Streamception. Right, because I'm live right now, so it's showing it. Oh, by the way, this is my site. I love the way this looks, by the way. I love the art. I love the tarot card thing that we got made, and then the art showcase here. Forever Echo, for sure. You love to see it. These are old art pieces that I've used like in the past, but I feel like I need to get more. I need to get more art pieces done. But I'm hesitating on getting a lot of like art commissions done, because if I'm gonna get a 3.0 redesign, it's probably better if I get more art of that one rather than this version of me. Think about it. It's probably smarter. It's probably smarter. This will have to be updated at some point, huh? Because I'm not gonna be 28 for long. Should probably know who said to tell you. No, I wouldn't give anybody crap. At least not in the like actual angry sense. I would bully, but like lovingly. One of the first things that I did mention on the Starlight Revo Discord is that Rainy is like 3 apples tall, and I did poke a little fun of that. But like, if we're talking canon heights, like Angel could be that, and then see, Rainy herself says that she could be taller or shorter. I didn't add this to my page, but canonically, I could also grow. Ow! I could also be as big as I want to be. Because like I'm a star cluster, I could change my size. I just choose to be 175 centimeters, canonically speaking. Angel is an artist. Yes, we were talking about that. We were talking about that earlier. Not necessarily just about Angel in general, but we were talking about like Lance 3.0 and how I said I wanted to. Whoops! And how I said I wanted to gather references and like designs, finish designs with artists. But I know that I don't have to only talk to Lele, my artist, which is the one that I do want her to make the design. When it comes to like gathering resources and gathering references, I have a lot of friends in Starlight Revel that could help. That could help with that. So yeah, for sure. I will be yapping about that with them at some point. But yeah. And there's more people from Starlight Revel that you haven't met yet. Here, wait, let me check. Have we posted the whatchamacallit? Yes. Yeah, okay, we got a few debuts that are happening yet. You have yet to meet the Thief, the Silly, and are those the only ones that we shared? No, there's more. Oh, those are the only ones that have gone. Oh right, today is just. Oh, I know. There's also the Flower. There's one more that's missing. I'm pretty sure there's one more that's missing. The Flower. It's funny because I know everybody who's in Starlight Revo, but I'm struggling to remember which one's which. I kind of forgot everybody else's titles. No, not really. I need to think a little bit. I know who the Flower is. Don't worry. I know it. I got it. Yeah, because then you got the Thief. I got that one. And then you got the Silly. I figured everything out. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. That killed me. For a second, I was like, wait, which one was the Flower again? Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, I can correct you on that, actually. You said señor, which is not a word. If anything, what you need to be saying is señor with an ñ. Would be señor, like this. That would be señor, and then ¿cómo estás? No ¿cómo estés? That would be ¿cómo estás? With an A. Because with an E, if you write estés with E, that's a different conjugation of the word estar. How would I describe este? Oh shit, how would I do that? Because like if you say esté como esté, that does mean something, but it would mean like in English it would be like saying be it the way that it is. whatever way it's like, or whatever way it is, you would say in Spanish sea como esté. So estés. Oh my god! Oh my god, Timpa! Hi! Hi, Raiders! Welcome on in! Hello! Oh my god, we were talking about you earlier. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, and thank you so much for the follow. Local teeth salesman. What? Don't give me my... Don't take my teeth. Hi, Timpa. Welcome on in. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How was your stream? What were you doing? Don't tell me you were playing Unbeatable, because that's literally what I was mentioning. I was listing possible games that I want to play, and one of the games that I want to play on stream is Unbeatable. And I know that you were playing it, and I wasn't lurking on those streams because I didn't want to spoil myself. Don't play Unbeatable. Wait, no, why? I want to play. Congratulations on graduation. Oh my god, we lined up because I know that Tippa's a doctor now. We lined up. It kind of all worked out. We both graduated recently. Tippa was not sold. Oh, but I got it. But to play the story, really? I mean, what else is there? We're graduates now. Yeah. We got Dr. Tip and Engineer Lance. There's the full x86 instruction set. Go to. That's all I got. I did assembly like I wrote like 3 lines of assembly code in my life. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm sorry. I'm a fake engineer. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I didn't see who it was. All hail King Julian. Oh, like the whatchamacallit? The guy from Madagascar. I love that guy. Had a whole course in assembly. Assembly, the way that I tried out assembly was like one part of a larger course. I think assembly we had in a class that we called computer architecture. I think that was the only time that we ever looked at anything assembly related. Isn't jump the assembly equivalent of go to? I think it has both. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember this. Again, it's been years. And I never really did anything properly with assembly. Go to is basic. Shit. I do know that when we learned it, we basically the teacher told us that you should never do this. I do know that that's how it was introduced. It was introduced as you really shouldn't be using these things. These things are gonna break your programs if you use them. But they taught us that they were there. But yeah, assembly, a nightmare. Assembly is a nightmare. If you can write machine code and reprogram a microwave, are you even an engineer? See, but that's the thing. I am technically an engineer, but I can get away by saying that I am a software engineer. Therefore, I don't really touch hardware that much. See? It is literally in my job description. The title is software engineer, okay? I'm not responsible for the hardware. I know how parts of it work, but I can get away with this. See, this is all thought out. This is all very much thought out. And it's good for me because I was never good at the hardware side of things. I am terrified of building my own computer. I have a friend who studied for like 1 year with me in software engineering. And then he dropped out very, very early on, and I kept going the whole way. But he is better at building PCs than I am. So basically, that is my only point of reference. Whenever I want to get my PC build stuff, I go for him. I know how to get parts. I know what things work together. I'm terrified of actually putting it together because I feel like I'm going to break things. I am kind of like a whatchamacallit? I have butterfingers. I'm afraid I'm gonna drop something. I'm gonna break things. I'm afraid I'm gonna freaking I don't know, bend one of the pins on the CPU or something. What's the code I need to use to make teeth come out of my 3D printer? Why would you want that, first and foremost? You don't need code for that. You need to find here. I'll give you that. Hold on, I'll give you it. I got you. Don't worry. I actually got you for this. You go on freaking, I don't know, Sketchfab. You go on Sketchfab. On the great website Sketchfab, for example. I bet your ass that if I look up, this is gonna be a weird search, but I bet your ass that if I look up teeth here, there you go, you got teeth. Here you go. You want like adult teeth, but like actual teeth? Well, there you go. This is a 3D model you can get in Sketchfab. That you can download it. I'm pretty sure you can 3D print this. If not Sketchfab, there are other sites. Yeah, and it's the whole thing, even the part that goes inside of the fucking gums. He's a real engineer. He's stealing other people's codes. True. Don't you know? One of the main things that we learned, whether or not necessarily because of I'm gonna get out of this site because it's upsetting me. One of the first things that we learned, not necessarily because it is taught to us, but because we realize it early on, is that Stack Overflow code is just free to take. Like if another person had the exact same doubt that you had when you were programming your thing and it works for them, just yoink the code. That's fine. That's allowed. We can do that. Being a good engineer is not necessarily being a good programmer, is being good at Googling what you need. That's the real trick to it, okay? You don't have to be a good programmer. You have to be good at like Googling things. And I would know 90% of the things that I learned for programming weren't because I was taught them in class. It's because I learned things in class that I got then confused about, and I had to Google them. And it worked out for me. I am an engineer now, so I'm really good at Googling. You had no idea. Oh, wait, by the way, I need to take a small break. Give me 1 second. I haven't taken a single break this entire stream. I've been yapping and setting up goals and stuff, but I didn't really do much else. I need to take a small break. Beep. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. In college and computer science, I'm learning to yoink everything. Yes, learned it like that. Learn it like that, exactly. Thanks so much for the follow token. Thank you. And don't rely too much on AI. I know that AI coding can be interesting, especially because it can do a lot of shit, but don't rely too much on it if you must. It's better to Google things. AI coding tools are essentially just glorified Google searches. So I would recommend that before anything else. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hello. Oh, there's one small thing that I want to do, or rather figure out how to do, which is find a better way to like make this screen pop in and out. I want to make it like slide in. There should be a way to do it. Maybe tie it to a hotkey or something instead of me turning on and off the source. Hello, I'm back. What I miss? Very eepy. Oh, don't worry about it. Go eep if you want. Oh, raiders, you don't have to. If you need to go, if you need to raid and run, I completely understand. By the way, don't worry about it. Go get your stuff. Go do the things you need to do post stream. Take care of yourselves. Stack Overflow. I barely know. But yes, that's how you become a good engineer, by learning how to Google things. That truly is the trick. That truly is the trick. What were we yapping about specifically? I was looking at Starlight Revo stuff. We were looking at the teasers that have been released already. Oh, I gotta do this. I do. We were talking about this on the Discord the other day, and people have been doing like condensed versions of their debuts by like speeding everything up. I want to make one of mine. And it should be simple enough to do, but I forgot. I forgot. I've been busy with fucking thesis shit, okay? I had things to do, okay? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What were we talking about? But just talking about learning how to code and learning freaking programming and being good at Googling things. Well, I'm going to have to do it to get back into Godot. Because like one of the things that I want to do is make a game, right? Eventually. Or I want to get more into game dev. Both as a personal project of mine, as a personal passion of mine, but also potentially because I want to work as a game dev, like IRL. Well, I have some experience with Godot. I have very... Let's talk about Unbeatable later. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm curious about it because I have seen that people aren't like 100% on board with it, but there's something about it that really like, I don't know, calls to me. Thank you so much for the raid once again. I very much appreciate it, Tippa. Thank you. Go have a good rest. Go have a good rest. Yes. But with Godot, I really liked what little coding I got to do with Godot because it felt very reminiscent of Python, and I really like Python programming. It's simple. It's so simple, and it's so very nice. I'm currently using Python for a project at work, and I'd forgotten how nice it is to code in Python. Shit just works if you write it as it is. You don't have to think too hard about the syntax. You don't have to like worry about the fact that you're not ending this sentence with this line of code with a freaking semicolon. Shit just works. It's nice. I like the way Python is organized. I like indentating everything. But that's the thing. Indentation is something that I already do. Like, notice how this is indentated. Like, it's something I always did when I was programming. I always like to keep things organized. So the fact that Python forces me to do it, something that was already doing it, it's great. I do love Python. Yeah, it is like my favorite thing to code with. I wish, it's so funny to me because my thesis, for example, part of it was written in Python, but part of it was also written in JavaScript. And I regret it to this day. Not because I dislike JavaScript. JavaScript is interesting, but it's confusing. It confuses me at times. It messes with my brain in ways that it shouldn't. Like, certain things in JavaScript feel like they shouldn't work like they do, but they do, and I'm just supposed to accept it. And okay, whatever. But working around that, I can get behind JavaScript, at least for a little bit. I get the idea behind it. I get the thing. GDScript has been fun too. And GDScript, the part that makes Godot appealing to me is that GDScript, the scripting language for Godot, is heavily reminiscent of Python. So what little coding I got to do with GDScript is really interesting to me. So I want to get back into it. It's been ages since I touched anything Godot related. I was literally in my, I want to say third year of, not third year. Well, third year class-wise. It should have been, it might have been my 5th year in the career when I did, because it was pre-pandemic. It was very specifically, I did intro to video game development in uni in like my 5th year there. And it's been 9 years since I started the career. So basically the last time I did anything with Godot was like 5 years ago. So I basically forgot everything about how to use Godot. Despite the fact that we did have a project in it, we did a mock, we did a proof of concept for a card game using Godot. But I wasn't so involved with the general programming of the game, and I was more involved with like the sound design and making sure that the music worked well in the game itself and all of that. I also wrote like I also wrote the basic premise of it because they required us to, they asked us to write that. They asked us that the game needed to have some kind of story, so I wrote that as well. But yes, I was less involved with the proper programming of it, but what little I got to play around with GDScript I really liked. And so it is something that I gotta get back into. And mind you, because this was 5 years ago, Godot has come a long way since then. I remember we found Godot because a friend of mine was more closely tied to its development, and so he found it before the rest of us did, and he was like, this is a cool engine that we could use, and it was like kind of new at the time. But nowadays Godot is like quite the popular engine. I feel like the rise of Godot started happening with Unity kind of shitting the bed. Because you remember like a few years ago how Unity had that whole fiasco of the games you make with Unity are not going to be yours anymore. They're actually just our thing now. Well, after they had that whole thing going, they had that whole mess, and then people kind of started swearing off of Unity. People started kind of just going crazy over Godot. And the one thing that Godot had that Unity didn't, or rather, the one thing that Unity had that Godot didn't was like 3D utility. A lot of developers, I think, gravitated towards Unity because Unity was so friendly to 3D games. And Godot was never really good at that, or at the very least, back when we used it, like in 2017 or something. I don't remember when it was. 3D in Godot was very, very early, and nowadays you can make some crazy shit. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Lark. Thank you. But nowadays it's gotten really good to the point where I think some of the simple and powerful 3D, yeah. Give me like examples of that. Made in Godot. Like, what the fuck is that? Is that a whole, like, what is this? What the fuck? See, these kinds of things, you weren't able to do these types of things back when we discovered Godot the first time around. Like, this seems like something that you would have made in Unity back in the day. Look at that! Like, look at this! Oh, that's so pretty. Wait, this is so pretty. I love the style of this. But yeah, the 3D capabilities of Godot have gone crazy. Is this, what the is this Ultra Kill but with a sword? What? Wait, whoa. You can't just freaking Blood Thief? Can I get it? Is that a game that's out? Wait a second. What? Hello? Blood Thief, ultra fast melee dungeon runner. What? Dev Diaries for that one? Really? It looks like Ultra Kill, but with melee instead of guns. Even the blood splatter effect is very Ultra Kill. It's completely out too. Oh shit! It's not even expensive. It's like what, $10 in my region? Holy shit! I'm gonna fucking get this. I'm gonna add this to the list of games that I want to play. Oh right, list of games that I want to play. We were talking about it, so this reminded me of it. Well, what did I call that? Ultra Kill. When it's done, when it's finished, because I don't want to play Ultra Kill now because I know that the last act or something is gonna come out soon-ish. So I'll wait until that one. You can run the Godot editor natively on MetaQuest. What? So you can make VR games reliably with Godot now? Holy crap, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, that's something I also really want to get more into, VR. But like, not necessarily for game dev, but for potentially for stream things. But that's like way in the future. Because like, I want to finish everything that's like related to Lance 3.0, which is just a 2D design. And then if I want to do 3D stuff, I might have to go back to the idea of a form like I am now to get a chibi 3D model at least or something, or a low poly one, something that's a bit on the cheaper side. But that would allow me to do VR stuff. But the VR stuff that I want to do, I want to get the Steam frame. I don't know if that's a hot take at this point, because I do feel like I have a Quest 2. Theoretically speaking, I could already use that for 3D stuff if I wanted to. But I like the idea of upgrading it. And instead of going for another meta headset, no matter how good, quote unquote, it is, I don't like the idea of sticking with meta. And Steam Frame looks awesome. But hardware-wise, maybe the Steam Frame isn't as powerful as the Meta Quest, or as a Quest 3. And maybe the Quest 3 has more exclusive games or whatever, but that's not what I care about. Nah, that's not what I care about. I generally like the Steam platform a lot, and I trust that Valve is going to do interesting things with it. And if anything else, I trust that the community is going to do a lot of interesting things with the Steam Frame. So that's kind of why I'm leaning more into getting the Steam Frame whenever it comes out. So I'm looking forward to that. That is like the only new Steam product that I'm like legitimately interested in. That and the controller, kinda. But the controller is kind of like, it would be neat if I had that. The one with the dog dragging the boy around was made by the Blender team to learn how to blend the two programs together? What? Well, I guess you do 3D modeling in Blender and then you import that into Godot. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that, to just work them in tandem. Yeah, that's so cool. That's the open source dream, because both of them are open source. Hell yeah. Compatibility layer on the Steam Frame has me sold. Oh yeah, it's the effects thing, isn't it? Because of the ARM processor. Yeah. It basically lets you run Steam on Android. I've already seen people doing that, because like I think, I don't know if Valve released an early version of it already, and that's what people have been using, but I have seen people running it natively on Android now, which is insane. Wait, what's the name of the game that we were looking at? Blood Thief. Yes. Hell, maybe I can play this game relatively soon to to satiate my hunger for Ultra Kill, because this basically gives me Ultra Kill vibes, but melee, and I love that. I love that shit. Hell yeah, this is awesome. I didn't know this was made with, well, I didn't know this existed, and even less so that it was made with Godot. But that looks fun as hell. This, you know what it reminds me of? It feels like what we were talking about, like Unbeatable, but also like Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner is one of my favorite parkour games. This one, the original. I haven't played the second one yet though, but I remember finding the first one really fun to play. I wanted to stream it at some point, but I kind of didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because my computer at the time was kind of weak, and I was worried that trying to run this game at the same time that I'm streaming it would have been a nightmare. Hi, Woody. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here. You don't have to yell at me. See, but this kind of the game, the Blood Thief kind of reminds me a lot of that, but with the aesthetic and like vibe and energy of Ultra Kill, which is not a bad thing. It is absolutely not a bad thing to be worried about. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I got C2 at 1 hour left of Navia, was it that you were trying to get? Oh, I saw this. Green Ash. Yeah, this was less of a game and I think more of a tech demo for what Godot can do in 3D nowadays, which is insane. At 87 pity? Oh my god. Ballist cards. What the fuck? Is this some kind of like Balatro-esque kind of game? It does look like it. Dude, people are making really cool things with Godot. See, that's why I'm drawn to it. Like the amount of can I look at like the show reel of like 2017 or something? Cuz like these are the kinds of games that we were looking at in Godot when we started, like when we first found it. Yes, I remember this. Actually, this is specifically the release of Godot that I remember was like new at the time. Yeah, this is Godot 3.1 is basically when we were using it. And this was like early 3D functionality too. Like it had 3D functionality, but not a lot of developers who were using it, I think. Typed GD script, rich auto completion. Yeah, I think the editor was like a new thing too. Gotta go. Oh, don't worry about it. Thanks so much for hanging out, local teeth salesman. I'm just gonna call you salesman. That's a shorter name. You're getting Nicole when it comes out next batch. Oh, for sure. We're pulling on Thursday. For sure we are. Hell yeah. Desktop console games showcase. Yes, here. This is the one. What the heck is Meteorite and why is it so pixelated? Is it supposed to be looking like that? Seems kind of like a visual mess. Uberfall. Ooh, this looks interesting. This looks neat. It's kind of like a pseudo 3D type of thing. So I guess it's what third-person shooter demo. See, this didn't even have a name. You can tell that this is early in 3D development because like people were making just demos and not trying to get like full games made there. But yeah, Godot has always been super interesting to me. This looks like Protocol. This looks like freaking Parodius. I love it. Oh, that could be another... That could be another Jimmy game idea. We make like a on-the-rails shooter. I think that's how they're called. That's how these games are called? On-rails shooter? It's kind of like Gradius. What's the guy? Is it just shoot 'em up? Or I guess? That could be a neat project idea for a Jimmy game. But yeah, I definitely want to get more into game dev and game design in general. I have like a really strong idea that I really want to get made, but I feel like I can't do it if I don't do an earlier project to learn the the basics, at least. Not learn the basics or relearn the basics. I have zero primos anyway. Well, you got a patch to save. That's fine. I realized that at some point I wanted to get Navia. Because I was like, I really want to get like a cool Lunar Crystallized team, and I don't want to get Zibai, but getting Navia doesn't sound like a bad idea. And then I started thinking about what's coming up, and I'm like, ah, shit, it's better if I save up for the new characters, because new characters are going to be more interesting to me. And then I'm going to get Nicole next patch, and probably the character that's coming out afterwards, because I've been reading leaks, and that new character in the patch before Snezhnaya sounds fun as hell. She was a maybe on my original list, and I think that maybe is now turned into a yes. But yeah, I feel like we've yapped enough. I said I was gonna stream for like 2 hours or so. And I ended up, yes, streaming for a bit longer than that. Dog Walk. Blender Studio. Yeah. Wow. It is literally by Blender Studio. That's so neat. That is so awesome that they have just like a whole project made just to link the two pieces of software together. That's so awesome. I really want to get more into Godot for sure. For sure. Oh, Slay the Spire is made in Godot. Right. Slay the Spire 2 is made in Godot. Was the first one also made in Godot? I think it was. Yeah. That's fucking sick. Yeah, Godot is awesome. All right. That's going to be it for me, though. Lord knows I've yapped enough. I'm going to post this on Twitter later. The entire goals list and then potential games I want to play. Yes. I feel like we've gone through most of the things that I wanted to get through today. So I can't wait to get to work on that. Now that I am free from the shackles of having to fucking do my my thesis and shit, I'm glad that it's done and dusted, and I can focus on other things that have me excited for anything going on. So let's see. Who do we want to raid? For sure, I know I want to be raiding someone. Oh, Charmé is playing Mouse PI for Hire, which is a game that I also want to play. Why is Freeform watching Kits react? Or did I just happen to catch a bit of a different video that included a clip of Kits react? That is quite quite the interesting clip section. Is Nor not live? Here, let me check real quick. Haven't rated Nor in a while. HI third event. Ooh, Nor's doing HI third event. Nor is live. Nor is live. Here, let's go raid Nor. Let's go say hi to Nor. Why can't I? Why can't I just give me Nor? Come on now. Wasn't showing up on my goddamn list. Let's go say hi to Nor. They are my friend who plays a lot of HI third, and they're currently doing the event and stuff. So that is quite a cool thing that they're doing, but they love to yap about anything and everything, much like myself. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be seeing you on Thursday, because the rest of the week, I'm probably going to do a stream on Thursday for Nicole polls, and then I'm going to start the main story, and then potentially I'm going to do another stream on Friday to finish it, because I won't be able to stream on Saturday, because Saturday is the last wave of debuts of Starlight Revo, and I don't want to be streaming at the same time as them. Though wait, I think the debuts on Saturday start earlier. Actually don't know much. I'd have to think about it. So maybe I could stream on Saturday, actually. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'll figure out the details of the rest of the week. I'll figure out the details of the rest of the weeks of streams later, but I will be streaming on Thursday because we are pulling. Have a good one. Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you when I see you then. Bye bye. The song is crazy, by the way. Great song to end it on. Okay, bye.